All right, so in this video, I'm going to show you how to continue making your eLearn course kind of visually appealing. It's not really adding instructional value. It's just making it appealing and more user-friendly from the student's point of view. And so I previously showed you how to add images at the top of each section so that each section has like an introductory photo. All right, but maybe you want to add images within these activities themselves. All right, so let's go back to week 1. I'm now in the view where only one section at a time is showing on the screen to prevent the need from having to scroll a whole heck of a lot. And let's say I want to add, I'm going to turn on editing mode. If I click on week 1, it's kind of boring, right? It just gives the directions and there you go. And there's some reflection questions down here. But I want to give some sort of relevant picture to show what the students are going to be reading about. So this is about llamas. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a new tab and I'm going to do a Google search for llamas. I'm going to click on images. And oh, there's a cute one right there. Oh, that's a cute little llama. All right, so I'm going to drag that llama onto my desktop. I'm going to give it a name. Oh, that's a WebP. Now, you'll notice if it's a WebP, it will not work. The only things that work are GIFs and JPEGs and PNGs. So, all right, well, I can't use that one. Let's try something else. Is this going to be... let's try this one. Let's see if that's going to work. No, see, that's not the right file type. So I got to keep looking until I find I can change it up here. I can add to my search JPEG, llamas JPEG. Now, ideally, that means these are going to be JPEGs, but let's find out. So there's a nice little llama. I'm going to drag it over here. Nope, see, it's a WebP. That's no good. I don't want a WebP. Oh, let's just try this one. Woohoo! It's a JPEG. All right, so I'm going to name it right here. Oh, let's name it llamas 2 JPEG. All right, so there's my image. So then over here, I want to insert an image just to make this visually appealing, this read and reflect for Article 1. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on 2 places I could do it. I can either click on this sprocket and choose edit, or in that week 1, right here, I can choose edit right here, edit settings. Both will get me to the proper place, which is right here. So now I want the image to be somewhere on the screen. So if I just, with the cursor, I have to indicate where I want the image to go. So I'm going to click my cursor somewhere. Okay. Now, if I put it at the very bottom, and then I'm going to drag in my image and let it go. There it is, very large. I don't need it quite that large. So I'm going to one click on it, and I'm going to click on the image button. Let's see, I don't need it 1024 pixels wide. Oh, let's make it only 600 pixels wide. And right now it's aligned to be the bottom, and I'll tell you what that means in a little bit. We're going to show you what that means. I'm going to click Save Image, and there it is. There's my image. It's right there. If I hit Save and Display, there it is. There's my image. It's 600 pixels wide. There it is, and it's kind of nice and pretty. But now it makes it kind of bulky, doesn't it? Because now the students are going to have to read the article way up here, but then they're going to have to keep scrolling all the way down to their check for understanding questions. So that's really no good. That's not what I want. So I'm going to click on the sprocket. I'm going to edit settings. I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to delete that image because it is not where I want it to go. Instead, here's a classic thing that I do. I love it. I put my cursor all the way to the top of my little resource right here, right there. And I drag my image in, and it's going to place that image right there at the very top. But this time, I'm going to one click on it. I'm going to click it, and I'm going to make the image rather small. Let's say 400 pixels wide. But this time, I'm going to align it to be a line right. Now, when I click Save Image, see what it's doing? I'm going to click Save and Display, and there it is. So now there's my prompt that the students are supposed to do, but it's also highlighted by a reasonably cute picture just to keep my students entertained. So the idea is, as they do each activity, they're going to see some sort of cute reinforcement of what it is they're studying for this given week. Here's week 1, article 2. So I'm going to click Edit. Yep, kind of boring. Let's add an image of a llama. So I'm going to go llama, JPEG, and now I have to do that search, hoping I find a llama. So I'm going to click, and oh, look at that. I got lucky. It is a llama already. I mean, a JPEG already. That's llama 3. That's right there. I don't need the other earlier image because once I've dragged it in, it's there. It's in eLearn. All right, so I'm going to go back to my eLearn. I'm going to put my cursor right at the very beginning, just like I just did there. I'm going to drag my image in. I'm going to click on it, click the image button to resize it. Oh, let's make it, I don't know, 300 pixels wide. But this time I'm going to align it to the right. And when I hit save, oh, look at that. See, it's starting to look pretty darn good. I'm going to click Save and Display, and there it is. And so you're getting a sense of what we might do to just make the class a little bit more user engaging, I suppose, for the students. So the students get to see these images at the section level, but then students can also begin to see images at the activity level. Just doing a little something to keep things entertained. In our next and final video, we're going to talk about how to use the gradebook.